Hi, welcome to Pagan Goddess Tarot, and today I'm doing a Celtic cross reading, and it's going to be with the Druid cards, and this is going to be for the, let me see, it's Cancer, I think. Yes, Cancer. So, let's get started. The Ten of Pentacles, wow, right off the bat. The Ten of Pentacles speaks of family. It speaks of generations. This is generational wealth. This is building something that will sustain you and your family for years and years to come. It's called the Dynasty card, the Legacy card. I call it the Dynasty card. It's called the Legacy card. It is the material health of multiple generations, okay? And it is the end of the Pentacle cycle, so that means that to get to that, you have to have learned everything that there is to do with the Pentacles, which is basically about earthly material things, okay? Now what's crossing you is the Five of Cups. Okay, you seem to be challenged about how to get to this point. The Five of Cups is not just not seeing the two cups behind you. It's not accepting the reality or the grief that whatever you lost in the past is gone, and it's gone forever. It is unattainable. Crying over spilt wine that you can never have, but you can't, you linger too long in the grief, and it keeps you from picking up the cups and traveling to the tower, not the tower, the castle. Okay, and there's a way across that river. There's a way to pick up the pieces and move on with your life, but you're lingering too long. Sometimes we linger too long in the grief. There's a grieving process, and then there's lingering too long in the grief. There's a big difference, and I'm not saying anything about the grieving process. Trust me, I've been through it over and over and over again. So, we give our energy to the things that matter to us most, okay? And it's hard to release sometimes. It just really is. But what you do have going for you is that you've been working diligently. You've been working very, very hard. You've been putting in the overtime. You've been taking the time to learn and understand your craft, okay? Tell me about the recent past. Yeah. Okay. In the recent past, you did take time. You started coming out of that Five of Cups energy, that draining, debilitating, depressed state. And it brings you to a point where you go into hermit mode and you rest. A lot of times what we need is rest. We need to rest. We need to recharge our batteries. We need to think about things. We need to think about how we got where we are. How did we get here? What path did we follow? Okay? And then understand that the path that you followed was okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But that you learn from red flags, so you'll know. You're learning that whatever occurred in the past is in the past, and to put it in perspective, and to decide what it is that you truly want out of life. What is your wish fulfillment? What is it that you truly want in life? And when you do that, you can move forward, okay? It becomes a beacon in the night, okay? And it shows you the way. It's the way shower. Okay. So What do we have crowned at Cancer? The Princess of Swords. The Princess of Swords is a messenger. This is someone that brings you messages that usually deal with your intellect, your mind, your thought processes. It brings you clarity. It brings you decision making. It brings you the ability to cut things away that no longer serve you, but it also allows you to see things from not just a higher perspective, as like in the bird up there, but also just from a different perspective. And sometimes that's all we need in life. You know, sometimes we look at things and we don't get it until we look at it a different way. So, in the future, in the near future, what do we have for Cancer? The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles speaks of holding on to things. Okay? And again, like I said, sometimes we hold on to things that no longer serve us. This can be material wealth. I mean, it is Pentacles. You could be holding on to grasping too much onto your finances, your money. There comes a time when, you know, oh, I can't go out because, you know, I don't want to spend that $20 on lunch. Okay, but you lose connections, you lose memories, you lose living life when you hold on, when you cling to something for too long or too hard. Okay. So, but you are starting to present as the King of Swords, where you're coming out of the, you're coming into being able to see things from a higher perspective, having the clarity and the judgment that you need to move forward, to build, to be strong, to use your mind, use that clarity, use that different perception, because you know the king is very wise, and it's because he's been through a lot, but he's also seen a lot, and he also uses logic, statistics, business-like ethics to move forward, and that's because he's working for not only himself, but he's working for his kingdom. Okay. The Moon card. I think the Moon card is about you facing your fears. Okay. Staying on your path. Not being afraid to move forward. Okay. There's a time when, you know, fear is helpful. You know, like, you know, we have that fight or flight response. And sometimes fear is helpful because there's something to be afraid of. I mean, you know, if there's oh, I don't know. I saw a video of a mountain lion on somebody's back porch. I'm not going to go out there and say, here, kitty, kitty. Obviously, I'm not. I'm going to be afraid. And so, but we don't allow our fears to cripple us. We use our logic to think through these things, okay? We learn from our mistakes, we move on, and we consider where we want to be and how to get there, okay? Because in your hopes and fears, I think you feel like you're trapped, and that's usually only in your mind. It's because you're focused or you're holding in. But if you stay out of your emotions and you can start using just your intellect, sometimes that helps you get out of that mode. It helps you take off the blindfold so that you realize that you're not trapped. You have the ability to move on. Okay? And what you're moving on to is this Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is building wealth. This is independence. It's independence. It is learning your craft and moving forward. The reason that this person is so wealthy is because she took the time to learn everything she needed to know. And it doesn't come overnight. A lot of times we think, oh, well, I'm going to do this and it comes now. No, sometimes it takes years. But did you put in the energy? Did you put in the time? And sometimes, you know, you're holding on to the past, and other times it's not a matter of holding on to the past. Other times it's a matter of living and thriving as you do something else and you learn something else. So the bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. This is definitely moon energy. She's the keeper of secrets. Okay? Following her intuition. Follow your inner knowing. You have knowledge. You have knowledge imprinted on your DNA that will help you move through times. Okay? So I think that you are moving out of that Five of Cups energy and that feeling trapped energy. And I think that you're thinking your way through it and moving yourself forward. I think you're staying on your path. You're learning to move through your fears, past your fears, and to learn and to grow. And I think you've been working really hard. And I think that's going to pay off. I think you're going to have abundance. And so there's the High Priestess card. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you like it. Like I said, this is the Druid, what's the name of it? The Druid Craft Tarot. And it, can't find the box, there it is. Alright. It is by Philip and Stephanie Cargom, I think is how it's pronounced. Illustrated by Will Worthington. It's a beautiful deck. It's a very powerful deck. Okay. I like the way it's done, and I like the way it's written, and I've had it for years. But I used to use it only for personal readings, but I decided to change things up a bit. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, hit the like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload future videos. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and see you on the next round.